everybody, welcome back to my channel. Miss NataLady Glam here. And today we are going to be doing another kind of makeup challenge. We are going to be doing my makeup how I did it in high school. But we are going to do that on one side of my face, and then I'm going to be doing my makeup how I do my makeup now on the other side of my face to kind of compare and contrast here. So I'm really excited. I don't know how it's going to turn out, so let's get into it. Okay guys, now that I got you zoomed in a little bit, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be doing the high school side on this side of my face. So I am just going to be starting out doing my eyebrows like I usually do. And in high school, I have gotten my eyebrows microbladed. In the past, it's been about 7 months, so they're actually looking pretty light right now. I need to get them redone. But I didn't have that back in high school. I plucked my eyebrows to the point of no return. So I'm going to kind of hide some of it. I'm going to hide all the fake parts. So really my natural eyebrow should start here, and then it's super thin. Tried to grow my eyebrows back. It was too late, so had to do the next best thing. And I'm just gonna be taking some L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-hour wear foundation. I love this stuff. I use this all the time. Super inexpensive, and it works really well. So I'm gonna use this just to kind of hide some of my fake eyebrow to make it look like my eyebrows did in high school. So I apologize in advance because it's not good. Alright, so I covered it up the best I can of all of where the fake hair is, where I had it microbladed. As best I could. You can still kind of see it, but that is what natural hair I have. Like, everything else is fake, so like that's really what my natural eyebrow looks like. That's why I pay someone big bucks to make them look better than that, but for now, that's what we're going for. I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild black eyeliner brush. I'm going to be putting that, putting it in the brow, guys. Putting it in the brow on the high school side. Oh my god. Alright, and only a little bit, and then I go through and brush it through with just a little eyebrow brush here. Okay, so that would be it for that guy. Now, we're gonna go into how I do it now. And I use the Anastasia Dip Brow. And I go in with, this is the Jeffree Star and Morphe brush, the JS7. It's just a little eyebrow brush, and then a spoolie on this side. Go ahead and dip in a little. The color on this is Ebony. So I feel like this is not as dark as this jet black liner. I have naturally black hair, but it still looks better if you don't use like black, even though that technically is really what my color is. It just looks odd if you use a too dark of a color. Like, it looks fake, you know. Alright, now we're just going to fill in what I need here. Like I said, I do need to go get my eyebrows redone. I'll probably wait a couple more months because stuff's still crazy, guys. Gotta go back to work. Worked one shift. One shift so far this week. But we're getting back into it. Okay guys, we got the eyebrow about where we want it for now. I will use another brush to make hair strokes using the dip brow again, but I'm going to do that when I'm almost done, just because I feel like when I put the foundation and powder all over my face, it feels like my brows lighten up just a little bit, and I want you to be able to see the lines of the fake hair that I'm going to draw on my face. So we're going to do that later. And now we are going to move on. So that is it for now. So you can definitely see the different like shape. My eyebrow used to go like really, like, you should have it, like there's like an angle it's supposed to be, and yeah, that just doesn't do it. Doesn't do it anymore. So I obviously love and prefer this side now. It took a long time to get to this nice eyebrow over here, but we made it, guys. We made it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so now we are going to do our eyes. I still would do my eyes before my face most of the time, even when I was younger. I have flipped it before, but I like doing my eyes first. So I am going to not prime. Prime wasn't a thing. I did not even know what primer was. I did put foundation, gonna use the same foundation and put on my lid. So kinda, I'm, you know, kinda doing something there. A lot of people put concealer on their lids to put eyeshadow on. So just gonna use foundation and rub it on my eyeball to get rid of like all the, you can see some veins and stuff. Alright, so now that is all over the lid, and I just set it with a pressed powder, and I'm using today the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder. So it's just a pressed face powder, and I put some on and just set the eye. Not really knowing what I was doing, but that's what I would do. I've always been obsessed with makeup. Makeup has been something that has always just, I have had a passion for. I never used to be very good at it. Thought I was okay at it. Looking back now, knowing what I know, it's like, oh girl, no girl, no. But I would do my makeup all the time. I would get in trouble in class all the time. I started wearing makeup in 9th grade. And I just, yeah, I would get, teachers would straight up yell at me like, Natalie, put your makeup away, put your makeup away. And it's been, I'm almost a 32-year-old lady, and passion's just getting stronger. All right, now let's move ahead to this eye. I will be using a primer, and I'm gonna be using the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer in Nude. And I think this is actually really awesome. I got this, I believe this is a sample size, I think. I got it in a free makeup bag for spending $20 at Ulta using like Ulta products. And you got a little bag with some goodies in it. And this was in it, and I've been quite enjoying it. So I'm just gonna pat that all over my lid, doing pretty much exactly what that foundation is doing. It's nude to my skin tone, so it looks just like the foundation pretty much. Just patting that all in. Okay, now that that's over the lid, I'm going to set my eyeshadow primer. Not everybody does that, and that's totally fine. I do like to set my primer. So I'm going to be using this e.l.f. and it is a eyeshadow primer, like setting powder. That's what it was advertised as. So I take it as just a loose powder in here, take my little poof again, stick that in the powder. And now that side is also set. All right, and I feel like that powder already looks a little brighter than this here. So you can definitely see a brightness on the difference of the eyes. Now, we are gonna do my eyeshadow. I literally had 2 colors on my eyeshadow that I would wear every day. I would never change my eye look. I would wear it the exact same way, and I would always wear a black shimmer and like a white or a pearl color shimmer. That's it. That's the whole thing. No other colors, no other fancies. That wasn't me. That wasn't my journey. I'm different now, but we are gonna be putting, I found a shimmer in this Villains Misunderstood palette by ColourPop, and I actually really love this palette, it's really awesome. But it did have a black shimmer shade that I thought would be perfect. Usually I feel like back in the day, I would use like a single, like right here I have a shimmer in a Maybelline that I'm gonna use. So something like this, like Maybelline, or like a single CoverGirl eyeshadow is what I had, but I don't have that right now, so we are just gonna use this because it's the most similar color for me. And I'm gonna go in with my Bretman Rock Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush. Love this. Oh, actually, gonna wait on this. I am gonna use this. It's been so long. Okay, I almost messed up, guys. I didn't use any brushes when I applied my eyeshadow. There were no brushes. We didn't use brushes on our face. Like, I didn't use any facial brushes at all. These guys, these are the Magic Makers. That's what I used. So on the high school side, all I'm gonna do is dip my finger in and I would apply the black to the outside, literally in a line, like this, like half of my eyelid black. Yeah, I know. Okay, so this color is called Revenge. So got it on my finger here, and we are just going to, oh my God, this like hurts for me to do this. Yeah, I can't believe it. Like just looking back at pictures too. But I thought it looked good. I loved it. This is, yeah, every day. Every day this is what my eyeshadow would look like. All right. Oh my God, okay. I'm like trying to make it look good. Like I should not spend so much time on it because that wasn't the case back then. Oh, it is looking crazy. I don't know how I thought this was it for me, but okay, so it is on about half of my lid here. Yeah, all the way up to the brow, all the way up, no space. And now I am gonna fix it, blend it up. I just obviously got a whole bunch on my cheek here. So let me go ahead and wipe that off real quick. Okay, so now that it's wiped up, it still looks like crap, but I am just gonna, I wanna use a brush so bad, and that's just like, not it, no. Okay, so I'm kinda gonna blend it out a little bit, like blur the line, get a little more. Yeah, I actually saw Raw Beauty Christy do this video. I think it was an older video that she did, but I was watching it and I was like, that's actually really interesting, because I do not, yeah, it's like, it's night and day with me and how different my makeup has become, which is awesome. Like, it just, you practice. I watch YouTube videos. That was a lot of the just learning new techniques and like cool fun things and just trying it out. Because obviously, if I thank God I did, because this is just not, this is not it, guys. I love the color though, like that shimmery, like blackish, like almost gray is super beautiful. My kitten's meowing, girl. What you meowing about, girl? Hopefully she won't knock the camera. She's going right for it. Girl, don't you do that. Okay. So that is about how I would do it there. Right, so like I said, we're just gonna blend it out just a little bit with our finger. And then we're gonna go into that single shadow of the Maybelline that I have. And I actually use this to set my eyeshadow. Sometimes, I used the e.l.f. just now, but I set in, this is actually a shimmer. Like, yeah, sometimes I set my eyeshadow primer with shimmer. And yeah, there's nothing to do about it. Okay, so we are also gonna just go in just like a whitish pearl color, very pretty, but fingertips in, going right on the other side of that lid there, kind of blending those two colors together so there's not such a harsh line. Oh, that is so bad. Yeah, this is it, guys. Oh man. I've learned so many things. I've learned so much. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for how far I've come. All right, so that is it for the eyeshadow. That's it. We're done. We're done with that eye. Okay, now I'm going to be using the same colors. I want to make it a similar type of thing, but I'm going to be using the techniques that I like to use now, using brushes, all that stuff. So we are going to go back into Revenge using that Bretman Rock Wet n Wild brush. And we are gonna be applying this to the crease a little here. And now I hardly ever wear black eyeshadow. Not that I don't like it, like it definitely, with my like complexion and everything, I definitely do have a more hard look to myself. Like a lot of people that I know have told me that like in the beginning they thought I was maybe not so approachable. And then they're like, but then I got to know you and you're just so nice and so sweet. I'm like, I know I am. I just look like I'm, you know, I got a lot of tattoos, got a lot of piercings, wear a lot of makeup, I look crazy. But, you know, but back in the day, black eyeshadow was, yeah, that was the only color I had in my little makeup bag that I carried with me. I still carry most of my makeup with me. Like, I can't bring as much as I use now, like, it'd be insane. But, you know, all the essentials, they're in my purse at all times. But, yeah, I'm crazy about it. Yeah, I used to get in trouble in class, teachers yelling at me, and look, like, didn't help. Still here, still obsessed. Okay, kind of patting that out. I am going to try to blend this out so it's not so harsh here. But definitely has more of a shape to it. Like we're kind of getting like a, you know, a winged out. Yeah, and I really didn't start doing like all the steps, all the crazy stuff that I'm gonna be doing to this side up until like a few years ago, to be honest. I just, yeah, didn't really know how until I started watching YouTube tutorials and like just experimenting. But yeah, didn't wear, like this side of my face, we're not putting primer on. We're not putting bronzer on. We're not putting blush on, highlight, lashes, none of that. If I just kept to my old routine, I would save so much time. Man, I need to get a... Okay, so now I'm going to be taking my Luxie 235 blending brush, and there's nothing on this. I am just gonna try to blend out these harsh lines. Alright, it's coming out okay. I'm kind of actually having some technical difficulties here. Alright, going back in with the Bretman Rock. I think I'm actually gonna bring the black out just a little bit further here. Okay, now using the same Luxie brush that I used to kind of blend it out a little, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline again, dip in with that Luxie brush, and I'm going to also use that to kind of diffuse these colors together. It's kind of crazy to see how different the black shades look though, because I applied it with my finger, so it is way more like gray and glittery over here and a lot more matte and black over here with using the brush, so that's interesting. Okay, we got that as good as it's gonna get, I think. You could definitely tell there is a big difference here. And is it just me or am I like, this side look a little better? I'm like, what the hell? Okay, now I'm gonna try to keep the looks similar, so I'm just gonna go back in with this Maybelline shimmer shade, and I'm gonna put this on the lid as well. And I usually still do this with my finger if I can, so applying it with the fingertip. Okay, we're done with the eyeshadow there. I think it looks all right. And now I'm going to be doing liner. We are gonna go back to the high school side, and we're gonna use the Wet n Wild again that we filled this beautiful eyebrow with. And I'm going to be putting it on my upper lid and like smudging it. I'm not gonna use any liquid liner on this side. I never did before. I always thought it was too tricky. So I take the Wet n Wild and smudge this out here. And just smudge it out with my finger there. Getting a little crazy. Yeah, so just like that, and then I would apply it to my waterline. Alright, my mirror right in front of me here. And then I would go way under, like under the waterline, underneath there, real thick too. Okay, yeah, oh yeah, that's it, that's the stuff. Yeah, for real, I know. But yeah, I went to high school in the early 2000s, and then I would just take it, like take the black eyeliner, take my finger, and just kind of push it out to make kind of like a wing. But yeah, no liquid eyeliner or anything, just the pencil. Okay, yeah, oh man, that's a look. All right, yeah. Okay, all right, now to the other side with what I like to do now. I use a liquid eyeliner, and sometimes I use a couple different ones just depending on how I feel, how it comes out, you know. But right now I've been using the Seraphine Botanicals Luna liner. So just a simple felt tip liner here. And I'm going to draw a wing. Hopefully, let me try to stay in frame and do this. Alright, she is kind of a thick one today. We're not quite done. I like to clean it up a little bit. So usually I'll go in with that felt tip. And I feel like it looks pretty sharp today, but sometimes I feel like it just doesn't get as sharp of a line on the outside as I like it. So I have another one that I go in, and it's a little more liquidy because it is in like a little container where the liquid is opposed to the pen. So I feel like just putting a little bit on there and taking Q-tip and bringing it out kind of sharpens it up. So I'm gonna take this Q-tip, stick it in my mouth, yeah, that's right. Get some spit on it, and then we are going to clean it up. That takes care of the extra any eyeshadow that I got below here. We are now removing that. Okay, got it cleaned up. Now I am gonna go in with this one. This one's a Physicians Formula, the Sexy Booster Cat Eye Collection. I love this stuff. They used to sell it at Walmart. They don't anymore. I feel like my sister said she got some at Walgreens. They sold it. But I just buy it on Amazon. It costs like $9, but I take it and then I kind of take the excess off because I am only really applying it to the outer side, so I don't want too much product to be on there. Okay, so I put it on the edge where we had that line. Take another Q-tip. Okay. All right, I feel that looks pretty good. Definitely bigger, but I feel like we're going for that dark look anyway, so bring it on. And now to finish this side, we're just gonna go back with that Wet n Wild. Still use the Wet n Wild. Well, tried but true, costs $1 at Walmart. Talk about it all the time. And I'm going to use that and get the rest of the top waterline there so it's nice and dark. Eyelash trying to get my not today. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping outside. I don't know if you can from the camera, but I can hear the birds chirping. I planted my garden. Got a whole bunch of vegetables going, flowers, all kinds of stuff, so that's been super exciting. Okay, and for the bottom waterline, I take a dry Q-tip, so I don't put any of the black eyeliner past my waterline like I did with this side, which is way down, like it is on almost the complete lower lid there. So I take a wet or dry Q-tip and we are gonna clean all that up over here. We don't want that on this side. So yeah, see how much, yeah, there's obviously a big difference here. Okay, now I'm not gonna do mascara yet because like I said, kind of with like the finishing of the eyebrows, I'm gonna put a whole bunch of powder and stuff on my face. So I don't want my eyelids or eyelashes looking all dusty, so we do that last. Okay, now though, we are gonna move on to our face. So I'm going to prime my face today using the Yenza Color and Face Tone Up Primer Essential Glow. Get it close since it's small. Alright, so this is the primer I'm going to be using only on the now face. High school NataLady did not prime her face. I didn't even know what primer was. Like, I didn't even know, guys. And so I guess I will go ahead and rub that first on the side that I do now. Alright, so I gotta take my earrings out, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna get makeup in them and I don't like it. Okay, so now we rub the primer in on just the side. Okay, primed up on that side, and I will be doing the high school side first, and this is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, and I actually did use this all the time. That was one of my main foundations that, I know there were a couple others, I can't remember what they are, but they got discontinued. So this guy here I actually did use quite a bit. It is a mousse consistency, so I'm gonna be putting it all over the high school side face, just using our fingers, guys. We didn't use anything but our fingers. And do you guys, it's obviously, we're zoomed in now so you can't see the whole thing, but I finally got my shelves, guys, that I really have been wanting. I got a really great deal on Amazon for them. And I'm so glad that I did too, because after I ordered them, I looked them up again, and they were like double the price. So I was like, woohoo! But yeah, put them together. I love it. I think it looks so good. And then all my little goodies I have in the background. I just love so much. Yeah, and you can see that, probably not from this far away, but I do have a blemish right here on my nose, and this stuff is not even coming close to covering it. And I did not use concealer. Later in my life, I feel like this was like a few years ago, like at least like 4 years ago, maybe even less. But I would straight up just use the hard candy concealer, like it's concealer, and I would use that over my entire face just like foundation. Like I wouldn't use more concealer on top. I would just use concealer and then powder it, and that would be my foundation. And my sister was like, Natalie, you're supposed to, like, you use that to conceal. And I'm like, I'm trying to conceal everything. I don't want them to know what I look like underneath. Now I don't care. I used to literally be the person that you could never, ever, ever see me with. Like my own sister did. It was like, I don't even know what you look like under there. But now, especially like doing these YouTube videos, obviously I have to have my makeup off to start doing makeup. So, you know, you get a sneak peek. Not everybody has seen it, guys. Oh, and a good hack. I knew I wanted to mention this, but with this freaking Dream Matte Mousse, the reason that I have this, because it's honestly not that great, but I use this when, say you have your full face on, you used a whole bunch of powders, you have done everything, and something happens, or throughout the day your makeup starts breaking apart for whatever reason, you're getting like little, or like I have nose rings, so when I do those I always have to adjust them and stuff. Sometimes they try to stick out and it looks like I have boogers, and nobody wants that. So like trying to fix them and get them out there, sometimes I wear the makeup off around my nose, and putting liquid on powder doesn't work out very well. But using this Dream Matte Mousse, take some of the mousse, since it's not that liquidy consistency, and you pat it on the areas where the makeup is gone. Pat it, pat it, pat it, don't rub it, like kind of just blend it in there, and then put the powder back on over it, and you fixed it. You fixed what was going on. It works really well. I use it all the time. Alright, now we're going to go to the other side of our face, and we're going to go back in with the L'Oreal Infallible. I really love this stuff. And we are going to pump some on our face. And I'm going to be using my Real Techniques foundation brush here. And we are going to start getting this in. Yeah, never use brushes, but like sponges weren't even a thing. Like we didn't have beauty blenders. It didn't exist, guys. Alright, a little on the forehead. And I like to use the brush, but then I also like to go in with my Real Techniques sponge that I feel like it just finishes it out, blends it super well if I have any little parts that are a little bit streaky from my brush. And yeah, I feel like it just finishes up the look. So I'm gonna go wet it real quick, be right back. Okay, got it wet. Now we are just gonna blend it on in here. I just like to make sure it really looks natural, you know. Well, maybe natural is not the right word. Nothing about what I do in my makeup is natural. Okay, so now that side is definitely well blended in, you can definitely see a difference. You can tell that this side is a lot more full coverage than this side, which it doesn't look terrible. But yeah, you can definitely see the little blemish I have on my nose, and I don't like that, but you know what? It was on the wrong side of my face for this, so too bad. Okay, now I'm going to set this side, my high school side of my face, using the Rimmel London again Stay Matte Powder. So this is just a face powder. I'm gonna apply it with a poof, and then just put it all over my face. And yes, I look ghostly white. I am naturally very pale, but this makeup is pretty white as well. But that's how I rocked it. Yep, so this side's pretty much almost done. We're gonna do mascara and stuff, but that's where it stops for that side almost completely. Like I said, I didn't bronze, I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't do it. Alright, now I'm going to be going in with this Ciate London to set the other side of my face. This is the Everyday Vacay, the coconut setting powder. So very pretty, classic little Ciate London packaging here. Gonna use another poof here, dip it in, not too hardcore. Okay, and then now after I powder my face, I take just a little powder brush. This one is a Farrah brush, and I dust off the excess powder just on the newer side. I was never using brushes on the old high school side. It just wasn't, I'm sure brushes existed, but just not in my world. Gonna use my, take that out of here. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Now we are going to, now that we're done with the powders, essentially, like we still are gonna bronze and everything, but I'm gonna go back in and finish my eyebrow like I like to do it. All right, I usually go in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I don't know where it is. I haven't been able to find it for like 2 days. It's probably in my couch. But so we are gonna go in with another pencil. This is the $1 Billion Brows, so it has a spoolie on the end. It has, this one's actually a little lighter than would probably suit me. But I'm just gonna go in and fill in anything that got a little powder on it, made it look a little too light for my liking. Usually just the ends here. I put a little more of that in. The front looks okay. Sometimes I get too much powder in the front. I have to do that too, but it looks like I did all right this time. Gonna go back in with the Anastasia Dip Brow with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brush 12. This one is super, super fine tip, which is perfect for those fine line hairs that I'm going to attempt to draw in the front. So I just dip in. This is all I use this brush for. Only because I don't want the bristles to like spread out or anything going through the rest of my brow. So they're strictly there for the lines. All right, so I got some product on there. Okay, so now I have the fake hairs drawn on. I doubt you can see it. Let me try to get a little closer. All right, so you can kind of tell that there's lines there just to help make it look a little more like real hair opposed to this guy, which is just not good. I don't know how I did it for so long. Well, now that the brows are officially pretty much done, I'm gonna go in with some brow gel. This is also by the $1 Billion Brows, which I like this brow gel. It's just a clear brow gel, and you are going to be running it through your eyebrows, setting them so they stay in place, look real nice. And that, of course, is just on the newer side. It is so crazy, like the shape of my freaking eyebrows, like how different it really does, like make them look like, because this is obviously super arched, and then I'm like, wow, it's crazy. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we are gonna go in with our bronzer. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Bronze It, and this is in the shade Light. Gonna use an SL Miss Glam brush here, get a little swirls in, tap off the excess, and we are obviously only doing it on this side of our face here, the Now makeup. I am gonna blend it out with another brush, so usually it looks real harsh, and you're probably like, what the hell? Stop! Stop! But we're gonna make it look normal, I swear. Okay, up on our forehead here. And then I gotta make sure our jaw looks real snatched, make it looking nice and thin here. I do bring it down my neck pretty much all the way, try to blend it out, get it towards the back, just because I wanna make sure that it's like once I blend it and everything, that I don't have patchiness, that you're not gonna like look back here and it's like super white and then you're like, what's going on? So we bring it, we'll blend it, but we're bringing it down. So that is it with the bronzer. Yeah, and I straight up didn't do anything to this side. Like you can already tell that this side is looking slimmer than this side with nothing going on, this chin, like, but yeah, I'm like, so here it's looking a lot better. I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite brushes. I talk about this a lot. This is my Real Techniques brush. It is an all over face brush, really heavy duty. This thing is awesome, super soft. I only use this blend out makeup, like, so there's no product on it. It's obviously been used, but I just blend out the harsh edges there of anything that I need, like my bronzer and blush and stuff. Okay, sometimes if I take a little too much off the top, we'll go back in and just pat a little more on. You're like, what's the point? Why'd you blend it out if you're just gonna put more on? I don't know. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. You can obviously tell a difference here on my face. Okay, now we're gonna go in with a blush. I have another SL Miss Glam brush here, and we are gonna go in with this Hourglass blush in Dim Infusion. Very pretty. Swirl this around here. And I like putting it up a little higher. I always make a little face, like a little smirk. You can see that my cheek is going up here. And I like to apply it to the apple, but I also like going up a little bit higher here up on the face. Just a personal preference, that's what I like to do. And this is definitely more of a buildable blush, but I prefer that. I'd rather build up to what I want it to look like than instantly put it on and then you're like, whoa, and then you have to spend the rest of the time blending it out insanely. All right, so already, yeah, like just look at the difference of my face here. It is a little dark. Let me go ahead and use the same real techniques. And I'm putting very light pressure on here and pretty much just going around the outer edges there just to make sure that it's not too, like, you know, I don't know. I don't like just a line there. I want it to blend seamlessly. Yeah, that's looking nice. Very nice. Now, last but not least, on the face here, we are going to be using highlighter. And I just realized I keep forgetting to use freaking concealer. I didn't use concealer again. I guess my face has been pretty clear lately. I do use concealer to kind of brighten up my like under eyes and stuff, but I don't know, I just have been forgetting to do that step, and to be honest, it's been working out okay. This side, obviously, no concealer. Well, I told you about the all over face concealer. Which, yeah, the one I was talking about using the hard candy is a very thick concealer too, like real thick. So yeah, it was, I don't know guys. All right, so for the highlight, we're gonna be using the Ofra Glazed Donut. Very beautiful, very blinding. So we're using another Bretman Rock highlighter brush now. I just got these because they were so cute. The gold and the pink, like look how cute this is. You can get them at Walmart now, since Ulta is doing curbside at Ulta now, but I don't need to go to Ulta that bad that I gotta do curbside. I will just wait, I can be patient. I've been ordering a few things online. I know I told you that there was the no buy, but back to work guys, so we are hopefully gonna be heading back to normal town, but I have worked it, oh wow, oh gosh, I have worked a shift. Oh my god, see, look at this is insane. And as I'm talking to you, I just keep doing this. I'm like, oh my god. So it's a little intense. But I do bring it up on the side of my face here. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, I usually don't blend out my highlighter, but it got a little crazy, so I'm just gonna kinda, yeah, dang. But yeah, friggin' beautiful. Ofra highlighters are really amazing. All right, I almost went to do the other side, but we're not doing that. Okay, we are going to highlight the nose. We'll just do the side here. I like a shiny nose. I like the tip of, I like to be like Rudolph if he wasn't a red-nosed reindeer, just like a regular shiny light, but that's what I'd like to be. You can see it from space. But yeah, I bring it all the way up, tip of the nose there. Also do the Cupid's bow. We'll just do a half little side there. But and yeah, let's put a little here too. All right, now we are getting close to being finished, guys. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of eyeshadow underneath the eye here. I like to do that. Obviously, we packed this one full of eyeliner, so that one's good to go. But I'm gonna go back in with the black color that we were using, and just gonna take, this is my Jeffree Star and Morphe JS12, a very smaller brush here. So I'm gonna dip into Revenge, that black shimmer we were using. Let me go ahead and use this Ofra mirror, it'll be a little easier for me. Make sure I stay in frame. Hopefully I don't get any fallout on my face, guys. And I always take the eyeshadow, bring it all the way under my lid here. I just feel like it brings the look together, adds a little bit more dimension, and definitely looks better. Like, and it would, if I was using a different eyeshadow color too, it would be different than just like black as straight like eyeliner. All right, now I'm gonna take another SL Miss Glam brush. This is the eyeshadow brush. Nothing on it, I'm just gonna be using that to blend out the harsh lines. We don't want any like real hardcore black lines, except for our eyeliner is the only sharp line we want on our face. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Definitely you can tell the difference from the shadow blending out to just the hardcore black thick eyeliner there. At least I think you can tell the difference. And so let's go ahead into that. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Got it. The Maybelline shimmer here, and we are gonna put that on another Jeffree Star Morphe JS13, very pointy brush here. And we are going to be putting that in the inner corner highlight. Very pretty. So just a little brightness there. And I'm going to be taking that and also bringing it out underneath here, kind of swooping it under the black. So creating a little bit of a blend out color there. Sorry if you can hear my neighbor's truck revving up in the background. It's fine, quarantine's been great, guys. Now we are gonna be putting on our mascara. I'm at first going to curl the now face. I'm going to now curl this side eyelashes, High School Natalie. There were no eyelash curling, I don't think so. Nobody's got time for that. New Natalie does. I got a little time. Now I got all the time in the world. Okay. Yeah, being back to work has been weird. Like I said, I've only worked one shift, but we're only at 30% capacity and our hours are obviously way cut. So I probably am only going to be able to actually work maybe 1 or 2 days a week until this blows over. Okay, so we curled this eyelash, not this one. Let's go ahead into the high school side. We're back to the high school side. It was like 10 minutes, but we're back again. And we're gonna be putting on some mascara. This is the Maybelline New York Lash Sensational. This is a sample size, but I've been loving this stuff. To be honest, I'm probably gonna repurchase this opposed to my expensive eye mascaras. Eye mascara. I think this stuff works really great if you're doing a natural look or anything that we're like not applying lashes or even still applying it with lashes. It's definitely way more affordable, but I definitely think it lifts and separates really well. Like, I really like it. Hear my cat? My cat's getting crazy. Girl, you getting crazy? Yesterday, May 6th, was her birthday. She is a 7-year-old girl now. I can't believe it. Can't believe I have a 7-year-old girl. A girl. Yeah, she's 7. She's crazy. Now we are gonna go in to the other side. I'm just gonna use the same mascara because I feel like it doesn't matter, I would use both. All right, now I'm gonna go grab a lash real quick. We're gonna apply that to this side of her face because I can't go without them anymore, I love them. Okay, grabbed the lash. And let me go ahead and just apply this off camera. Using glue, using little tweezers, nothing fancy, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, got the eyelash on there, and I think that just makes the look. Obviously, like, I love how this is looking. And almost forgot about the lips, guys. We are about done, but gotta finish off with a lip. High School Natalie, yeah, she didn't use any lip products except for chapstick. Yep, chapstick. So let me go ahead and rub off the foundation that I have on my mouth, kinda. Okay, so this side gets nice little, just regular old chapstick. That's it, And then the other side is going to get a Jeffree Star liquid lip. Yeah, that's right, and I love it. Okay, this is in the shade Posh Spice, so kind of a nude, darker brown color. One of my favorites. That and Celebrity Skin is probably my favorite shades of the Jeffree liquid lip. All right, I think we are done with this challenge. I can't believe it. So this side is High School Natalie, and this side is Natalie, who kind of knows a little more what she's doing. But you know what? That is fine. It's growth, it's learning, it's who I was, and there's nothing I can do about it. So let me go ahead and get a little closer and show you the finished look we got going on here. All right guys, this is it. So here, and I guess it doesn't technically look the worst, like, but it's definitely really extreme. The eye here, my poor eyebrow, which I couldn't save, so I had to pay someone to fill that in for me. And now I can fill it in more and it looks obviously way better. But you know, eyebrow styles are always changing. But yeah, so very small, big end eyebrow, tiny fishtail there. No contouring or anything of any kind. No lip product. Like, that was just it. And I feel like this side definitely does look slimmer. We got the beautiful highlights. The eyebrow looks great. The eyelash looks great. And yeah, like, I still like a dark look. Like, I would definitely rock this. But I definitely like to play more with color now, so I do wear a lot of bright, colorful looks. But I don't mind a dark look. I definitely think it looks good on me. It definitely suits me. But yeah. Okay guys, what did you think about this? Would you be willing to do a makeup challenge on how you did your makeup in high school and how much you've changed? Maybe you wear more now, maybe you wear less, maybe you still do it, maybe you still have the same products that you were using in high school. I don't know. But I think it turned out not the worst. Like, I definitely think that this is a way better improvement. Alright, actually I was just about to say goodbye, but I wanted to grab something to cover the half of my face. So this is now, which yeah, I think looks great. And then before. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's just not a lot of dimension. There's no color to the face. It's very pale. That's just how I am, but definitely think that this side is just definitely way better. Alright, well there you have it guys. There is about 2005 Natalie, 2006. I graduated in 07, but so that is in the thick of the high school action there. And now at the ripe age of almost 32 years old, I'm glad that I've definitely learned a couple things. But give me a like if you like this, guys. Did you think this was a fun challenge? Is it something that you would be interested in doing? It was really fun to reminisce, definitely see how far that I've come in the makeup world. And doesn't mean I've learned it all, guys. There's definitely way more techniques, different fun things to do that I'm really excited to play around with in the future, and you know, just having fun with that. Alright guys, well subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love it if you would become a part of the little family I have going on here. It's been really great, and I hope you guys have a great day wherever you are, and I will be seeing you all very soon. Bye!